This evening, tragedy in New York hits home. A young journalist, a Dallas firefighter, both victims in a deadly helicopter crash. Thank you for joining us. I'm John McKay. Today, this story turned deeply personal for our WFAA family. We learned the son of a longtime fellow employee was among those killed in New York. Yesterday, 5 people died when their helicopter plunged into the East River and flipped upside down. Only the pilot managed to get free. Today, crews recovered the helicopter and towed it to shore. The pilot originally maydaid about some engine trouble. He told investigators that part of a passenger's harness got tangled around a fuel switch, which caused it to shut off. At this hour, the National Transportation Safety Board is now investigating. The 2 victims from North Texas were both 26-year-olds. They were friends in high school. Brian McDaniel was a Dallas firefighter. And Trevor Cadigan was a young man we watched grow up here as an intern and the son of our production manager. Kevin Reese is in our Dallas newsroom. So, Kevin, you talked to Trevor's teachers today and heard some great stories.
Great stories about him from his school families, from his friends, and from, of course, his family here at WFAA, where admittedly this has been a very difficult day.
Wednesday morning, all packed and ready to go. My life in 4 bags. The move to the big freaking apple starts now.
And that is just a brief sample of the infectious enthusiasm of a young man who left a lasting impression at his Dallas high school, at SMU where he studied, and here at WFAA where he was part of our family. Trevor Cadigan did grow up around this station. His father, Jerry, is production manager here at WFAA, and with more than 40 years is our longest tenured employee. And his son was both following in his proud dad's footsteps and blazing his own unique trail. He wanted to work in business journalism. He was chasing that dream in New York City when this happened. And even in his last Instagram post on board that helicopter was smiling and celebrating as if all those dreams were finally coming true.
It's a hard feeling because I loved him. I loved him very much. I'm very close to his parents as well, and it's very sad on so many levels.
The thing I would say about Trevor and his death, it's a huge tragedy because it was a student like Trevor that gave us a great deal of optimism about the future of journalism and the future of news media.
Doing to fix the problem of sewage overflow into the lake, and they said they'd shut down all water activity and set up a bypass system to reroute the sewage.
And friend Jason Whiteley, who was, by horrible coincidence, also in New York City when that helicopter went down. A difficult day for all of Trevor's families, including the family in this newsroom. We hope you join us again at 6 as we continue to pay tribute to this young man and his dream. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Reese, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. This is the last video posted on social media by Trevor just before that fatal flight. That man behind him is his childhood friend, Dallas firefighter Brian McDaniel. Monica Hernandez is live at Fire Station 36 in Dallas, where Brian worked. Monica?
Well, John, Brian was so proud to be a firefighter here. He hadn't quite been here for 2 years, but he made a big impact on every single person he met. And for those who watched him get to this point, coping with his loss is tough.
Brian was just the sweetest guy, had such a passion for life.
Oh, that's how our own Lauren Nevitt remembers her close friend, Brian McDaniel. Friends since their days at Bishop Lynch High School.
I mean, people were just attracted to him, obviously. Coming from my own experience, as I said, he was my first crush at BL.
She ran into him just last week. He told her how much he loved being a firefighter and how excited he was to visit one of their other close high school friends in New York City, Trevor Cadigan.
Yeah, I had no idea that that would be the last time I saw Brian, that's for sure. We had talked about once he got back from his trip, meeting up for beers and just catching up.
But Brian and Trevor won't come home. They died together in a helicopter crash in New York last night.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that they were both in there.
And so is Brian's high school cycling coach, Andrew Vidales.
He always had a smile on his face, very talkative, very cheerful, optimistic.
Brian was his son's best friend and was like a son to him too. Someone who would stop by the house just to say hi. Vidales took this picture at Brian's graduation for Dallas Fire Rescue.
It seems like we lost a family member, and there's a void there that's going to be hard to fill.
Dallas Fire Rescue says that their hearts are heavy. They say that they're doing everything they can for Brian's family, and they are not commenting on camera at this point out of respect for his family's request for privacy. In Dallas, I'm Monica Hernandez, Channel 8 News.
All right, Monica. Tonight, New York police confirmed the other victims are a woman from Argentina and 2 men from New York. Meanwhile, Senator Charles Schumer is demanding federal regulators suspend Liberty Helicopter's operating license. FAA records indicate this is the 3rd crash for Liberty in 11 years. In 2007, a helicopter crashed into the Hudson River. Everyone survived, but in 2009, 9 people died when a chopper collided with a private plane over the Hudson. We'll be following this investigation and, of course, bring you details as we get them.